Rollover. It happened in Grand Forks. Police were called around 2 this morning to the 3400 block of Demers Avenue for a vehicle that hit the median and then rolled. 2 people were thrown from that vehicle.
Authorities say 7 people in total were in the car. 2 were taken to the hospital right away. 4 others were taken there later. We have not learned how badly they're hurt, though. The driver, who is from Grand Forks, was then arrested for DUI. No other information is being released. New this morning, firefighters are looking for the cause of a fire that damaged a car in a South Fargo apartment parking lot. It was discovered just after midnight in the 3100 block of 32nd Street South. No word yet, though, on the cause.
Flames shooting out of 3 apartment units. That's what fire crews pulled up to at the West Winds complex in South Fargo, and it prompted a 3-alarm fire call out. Reports started rolling into 911 around 3 yesterday afternoon. It was from the 3400 block of 42nd Street South. Heavy fire, as you see there, coming out of balconies on all 3 floors and the building. And callers indicated that 3 units were again on fire.
Firefighters say that fire then spread into the attic of that 52-unit building.
I'm feeling very bad because I have children. I live here with my children. The only good thing about it is that I went to church this morning with my kids. Nobody was home. That's the only blessing part about it.
No one was hurt. That fire did displace tenants from 24 apartment units. Many lost everything in their homes. Damage is estimated at $500,000. No word yet, though, on how it all started. New this morning, an 18-year-old woman is dead after a rollover in the Northern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the victim left the road just north of Bottineau yesterday morning, overcorrected, and then rolled the pickup.
The woman was thrown from the vehicle during the rollover and passed away at the scene. Her name has not yet been released, but troopers confirm that she is from Bottineau.
6:52 now on this Monday morning. Let's get a check of your forecast out there. And Mother Nature trying to paint a beautiful picture, Lisa, but the clouds not cooperating.
Yeah, well, they're kind of framing it, we'll say. We're getting a little bit of that orange glow between the cloud deck overhead here in Fargo and, of course, the horizon there. So a prettier start to this morning, but it's quiet, even if we're not seeing much of that sunshine yet, or at least the warming glow of that sun. Sun's not quite up until 7:19 this morning. 41 degrees in Fargo, calm wind. So we're looking at conditions that are very quiet compared to yesterday's very windy day. So starting off on a quiet note, we've got some clouds moving through. Some places are clear, some again under a little more of a gray sky. And as we start off our day at the bus stop this morning, the kids will probably want their coats or jackets. We're looking at some upper 30s to some low 40s, 42 in Fargo, becoming mostly sunny, and temperatures this afternoon back into some 60s. Will be mainly sunny in the afternoon to start, but then there may be some clouds that drop in, and along with that, a chance for a few showers into your evening hours tonight. Once that clears, it gets chilly, frost possible overnight and into tomorrow. We stay in the 60s for the first half of the week and then start to warm toward the end of the week near 70.
All right, bundle up. We're talking about frost. Hearing that word a little more often out there, Lisa.
Yeah, even some of us may see freezing temperatures tonight, so you're going to want to pay attention to that forecast and take those measures to protect your plants again.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Friends and family are gathering today in Carrington, North Dakota for the funeral of a young man who was killed in a hit-and-run earlier this month. The service for 18-year-old Kaylor Ellingson is this afternoon at 1 o'clock at Trinity Lutheran Church. He will be buried at Grace City Cemetery. Ellingson died after being hit by an SUV after a street dance in Mchenry in the early morning hours of September 18th.
41-year-old Shannon Brandt of Mchenry is charged with criminal vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of that crash. Court records show he told police he felt threatened by the victim during an argument about politics. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says there is little indication that Ellingson was a political extremist like Brandt is claiming. A Fargo man is hurt and facing DUI charges after a crash into 2 trees taking place in South Fargo.
The North Dakota Highway Patrol says 18-year-old Miguel Rendon missed a curve on 32nd Street South near 29th Avenue early yesterday morning, hit a small tree and then smashed into a larger tree. Now Rendon was seriously hurt. His car has heavy damage. Two teenagers are in custody accused in a shooting at a Minnesota high school football game that injured two people. Game video shows players running for cover in Richfield on Friday night. Police say a 16-year-old boy suspected of instigating a fight outside that game was arrested in Edina. He is a former student.
That suspected shooter was busted in Richfield and currently attends Richfield High School. The game was canceled, the stadium evacuated, and the school's homecoming dance all called off. Two men aged 18 and 21 were treated for gunshot wounds. They were released from the hospital yesterday morning. September marks Suicide Prevention Month, and in Grand Forks, more than 100 people gathered yesterday for the Tears Walk. It was to raise awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. Elizabeth and Todd Med lost their son Liam, who was a freshman at Fargo Davies High School, to suicide just last year.
If any of the roles were reversed, I know Liam would be out doing this, and so I think he would just probably put his arm around us and say, "I'm proud of you." I hope we're making him.
Experts say spotting the problem and being aware of our mental health and the mental health of those around us can help reduce the risk of suicide.
Now, if you or someone you know is at risk and needs to talk to someone, call the Suicide Prevention Hotline number at the top of your screen right now. It is 988. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is picked up by local volunteers. Meanwhile, mental illness is a factor in many arrests around the nation as well.
Yeah, continuing that conversation, at least 64% of inmates in state or even federal prison met the criteria for mental illness at the time of their booking or during the 12 months leading up to their arrest. That's according to the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics. That's why North Dakota judges are training to more effectively deal with people and mental and behavioral needs. District Judge Brad Cruff of Wahpeton is one of 15 judges in the U.S. chosen by behavioral health program directors to participate in the Judges and Psychiatrists Leadership Initiative. It's happening this month.
After training, he will co-teach the subject to all state court judges in North Dakota. Advocates say the goal of helping those struggling with behavioral health is to reduce recidivism rates and save taxpayers money in the long run as well. Spooky season can quickly turn into cold and flu season. We all know it happens real fast. Yeah. So make sure you are on top of your vaccinations. That's an important part of staying healthy.
The Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau is live at a Sanford clinic with what we need to know. Hey there.
Yeah, that's exactly right, guys. We're getting in front of the flu season this morning. I got my flu shot just earlier on the 6 a.m. at Sanford South Point Clinic here, and that's just one of the Sanford clinics that is offering the flu vaccinations this season. So if you're thinking about getting your flu shot, which is highly advised for people 6 months and older, just to keep yourself and the people around you protected and healthy, you can visit any of the Sanford clinics, and appointment is recommended, but they also do allow walk-ins, and that's every Saturday now until October 29th. So we'll have that information on our website at valleynewslive.com. Otherwise, you can make your appointment on the Sanford Chart app, or you can call their number at 701-234-8830.
And remember, Essentia also offering those flu shots as well, along with many local pharmacies. Jillian reporting live. Thank you.
Jumping ahead, there are some new road closures in Fargo to start off this last week of September. Beginning today, northbound 45th Street South will be down to 2 lanes between 26th Avenue and Amber Valley Parkway. You'll see crews working on underground utility work for the next week.
Also today, North University Drive between 12th and 13th Avenues will be cut to 1 lane for street repairs. Now that project is expected to last through Wednesday. Okay, well, you're going to have to check out this story. It's kind of insane. NASA is going after an asteroid tonight with a spacecraft. The space agency plans to smash that spacecraft into an asteroid more than 6.5 million miles away from us. Now, that spacecraft is called the DART. It stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test. It launched back in November from California's Vandenberg's Space Force Base.
NASA says the goal is to test whether it's possible to knock an asteroid off course if one were to potentially threaten Earth. Scientists say the asteroid is not a danger to Earth. It's just good target practice. The collision is expected just after 6 p.m. Central Time tonight. And there's a movie about this currently on Netflix.
It is. It's called Don't Look Up. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. Real life. We're living in the future. All right. Well, We don't know what we're doing. Have a good
Plot
day, everyone.
twist. Yeah. Happy Monday.